Spokojnie, wszystko będzie w porządku.
What's up, Doc?
Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world. And Go Power Rangers even made it in here. What do you know? Constant and Bottling. How you doing? Good to see you. Here come the boys. Yeah, here we go. Got a new stream starting today. I didn't let anybody know in ahead of time. Except maybe Nightmare
What's up,
a
Doc?
couple hours ago, but we've got a new series starting today, in case you couldn't tell. So we're gonna hopefully have some fun with that. So hello, Werner Felipe. All we need is Servando now or something, and then it'll be complete. But we got Hope's End in here. Katsunoga, yeah, nice little group to get us off on the recording here. Now, there's one thing I'm gonna try that's, well, technically Machine Hater found out ahead of time too, because we thought he might be at work. Although he did make a comment before we started, and he just mentioned, you know, I want a character if you're going to do that. And so I said, well, in case you have to work and can't jump in, I'll make sure and add you to the request list that we're going to be doing. I'm going to try some new things that I've never done.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, all the Scatternades, because I play with Scatter On these days. For those of you who don't know, they now have Grenade Scatter available. But anyway, we'll get started in a moment. I'm gonna start a couple, what I hope are gonna work, some polls. I had got it set up here, and I'm gonna start a poll over in the YouTube side. Then I'm gonna start a poll on the Twitch side, and the Twitch side will only let me have it run for 10 minutes, so it'll be up there for 10 minutes, and then the YouTube will be up there till we're done with it. I've never done it, so I don't know how to turn it off. so we'll see how all this goes. But anyway, it's basically, I'm going to let you all vote on the start you want, whether it's the regular Phoenix Point start, the Synedrian start, New Jericho start, and the Disciples of Anu start. Phoenix Point regular start starts us with 4 soldiers. All the others start with 3 soldiers only. So that's the main difference. But I'm going to start the polling, and you all will let me know. Oh, I see. There's an end poll button for the YouTube side. The Twitch side is a timed poll. So I'm going to start that over there. So when you see the numbers 3 and 4, it's referring to just a reminder for those starts. That's how many soldiers we would start with. And there. Now let me get back to where I was, and so I know where I'm at. I think it's working. If y'all don't see it, then let me know, but it looks like it's working. Anu, Synedrian, and that other, yeah, Carlos, the other faction, that other one. Some of the factions, people either love them or they hate them, but that's the way it is. You can choose however you want to deal with these guys. So, but with it's going to be very different with the open beta rework. So I really don't, personally, I don't care who you all choose, because, and that's the top of the hour. Hello, Carlos. Oh, you're over on Twitch, so you get 2 votes, huh? But I got polls going both places. So what I'm going to do now that we're started, I'm not actually going quite yet into the game, I'm gonna go to another view just now and see if it works for me here. There's a lot of new little toys set up, and oh, I don't have that one set up yet. Let me go back here because I had to go to a different view to do the poll and start the poll. So now let me go back and fix it so we can go to the screen I want to go see. Okay, there we go. And I'll bring you all over in just a second. And this is where we're gonna be covered up. My face will be lovely and covered up, but I didn't want to cover up this screen either. But what we're gonna do is, if you want to go into the Wheel of Fortune to get a character, this is what we're gonna do. So all you got to do in the comment is let me know, I want to go into the Wheel of Fortune. And Machine Herder, I didn't know if you'd be here, so as you can see, you're right now the only name in there. And then we're gonna do a little Wheel of Fortune for the first 3 or 4 soldiers we're gonna get today, and then we'll officially get started. That's cool, Machine Hater. Don't worry, I got your name in there. I told you I would because you told me you were set at work. So anybody, just let me know in the comments if you want a character. Just however you want to say it. I want one. I want a character, and I'll start adding people in. And I got to go to that actual screen to do it. So let me do this. Where do I go? Or press control? No, I gotta go add entries. Let's see if it does it this way. Yeah, it is. So Stormaris, I saw that you wanted a character. And help me if I missed stuff. Machine Hater's in there, Stormaris is in there. Oh my god, the chat's going by too fast for me to see all the names, but let me go check it out just a minute. Okay, roulette time. I want to go. Oh, Katzenungen. Okay, let me type in Katzenungen. And then let me check the chat some more, and I gotta I'm kind of going back and forth because I got like several windows where I can see, and it's too easy for me to miss, so I gotta go back little by little, and it's inefficient, but hopefully it will eventually get me to catch everybody who's requesting stuff. Hope's End wants in. In fact, I'm just gonna start writing some of these down, and then I can go back and type them in. So Hope's End. So we'll just type it in as Kuryuke. And Carlos, I assume you're in there, but so I got Werner, put yes. And then Floki, I think that's a name I saw right there. Carlos, Stormaris, and I think that's all. If I've missed anybody, let me know. But I'm going to start typing them in now, and then if you don't see your name on the list, that'll be our backup default. Don't be typing in me now, because then I'll have to come back and I'll start missing them all. So hang in there. I'm going to type in what I got here. The order I type them in really doesn't matter because it's a wheel we're going to spin. Whoops, I'm using a wrong keyboard. I got so many little screens opened up here. And sorry for the lack of music on this screen, I think, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. I didn't plan that far ahead. Okay. Akiryu. I think I. Oh no, I didn't quite spell that right. There, I think I got that right. Okay. And then we'll fix spelling. We got Werner in there. Loki. I don't think I typed you in yet. And Carlos. Now is where I'm going to go back to the main chat and see if anybody else is requesting a character that I might have got it. Well, if your name gets drawn, that's when you'll be able to tell me what you'd want down for your character name. Because I'm not going to remember. Oh, you do have some oh, there's some XCom. Oh, XCom Long War music on there. How funny is that? Okay, well, so we got some XCom music. There you go. I'm thrilled. I had it left over on this screen, so I'm glad it's working. I'm glad it's working. Because this used to be the wiki page, and I just transferred it over to this and wasn't paying attention to the music part, but there you go. Yeah, because I don't hear that particular music in these earphones, so... because I didn't set it up. And Glacier! Just at the wire, because I'm about to cut off name choices for this first bit that we're going. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it this way because no. Yeah, we'll just keep it even because there's not a lot of people. Originally in the Discord I was talking about potentially giving channel members 2 slots per entry, but there's not a lot of slots going right now, so I'm cool leaving it just like this. I hope nobody minds. So Machine Hater, Katsunungen, Hope's End, Floki are channel members, so I could add second names for you. And maybe I'll do that. That's what I plan. That won't be too hard. All right, Captain Timoza, you made it in. You're wanting a character, you'll have to let me know quickly. Because we're going to shut down the choices for today. What I'm going to do and see if this works. Yeah, those people that are channel members get 2 slots. Everybody else gets 1. Because that's just, I feel like we got to give them a benefit for supporting the channel, and so we're just doing it this way because I think that's fair or unfair. You can argue with me in the Discord. But that's kind of the way we're doing it. And then Floki, you would get an extra slot. Okay. So that's the way it's going to work. I'm going to double final check for anybody that wants to be added. Glacier wants to be in, and Captain Timo, you want to be in. Otherwise, that is going to be it. Yeah, I'm doing Glacier right now. And there we go. Since you're a subscriber on the other channel. Okay. On the Twitch side. So there is our final wheel. And I'm going to do... because we don't know the start. I'm going to check the polls. Because the Twitch poll should be over. And it looks like it's 50-50. Anu and New Jericho. So both of those are 3 soldiers. So that's what we got on the Twitch side. And then let me check the poll over on the YouTube side. If you all can hang on, I'm just going to go back to the start screen because the next screen, I got to put you somewhere before I check, while I check the poll, and then we'll be right back to do this. Okay, poll results. Looks like on the YouTube side, y'all want the Phoenix Point 4 soldier start. That's the way it looks. And looking at the number of votes, that's going to be, even when I add in the other two, it looks like we're just going to get the balanced start, regular Phoenix Point 4 soldiers, as opposed to a Anu, New Jericho, Synedrian. So that's what's won. That's the way we'll start. So therefore, now we know, and rather than drag this on any more than it has to, we're gonna get this switch back over here now and see who wins. We're gonna do 4 spins, and you guys will be the winner for today. There will always be options for more soldiers down the road. I'm not gonna look to make the most massive squads that I've ever made like in prior playthroughs, because I'm gonna try to focus on lean and mean, so we can have more high level characters or max level characters. And and then proceed to be here we go. Let's do our first spin. Oh, I'm not on the right screen to do the spin here. I'm trying to click on that screen from OBS, and I got to go over to the actual. I got too many windows. This is ripe for misclicks already. Getting me in the mode for misclicks for the start of Phoenix Point. Here we go. The first soldier winner is Machine Hater. How about that, Machine Hater? Woohoo! Okay, I got you down. Okay. And so we'll... Nah, it says remove or remove all instances. I think if I remove you, it takes you off the board now. There we go. So you're off the board. Now we're going to do another spin. And let's see who gets the second spot. Dun, da, dun, da, dun. Looks like it's a Glacier. Woohoo! All right. Now we're down to less and less here. So we're going to see who's going next. Look what you said. I expect to see you here all the time now. Kiryuke, you got it. Karaoke, that's Suhara Afik over in the Long War. But we'll see how she wants it to be. What name she'll carry over. And then we got one final spin we're gonna go. Everybody ready? Drum roll please. Drum roll please. If you didn't get one today, we will have more options coming up, so don't give up hope. And oh my god! Oh, that was torture. That was torture. It looks like Katsunungen squeaked that out. Stormaris, I thought you were in. But it looks like Katsunungen. And I'm going to go in that order. I'm going to give Machine Hater the first choice of which kind of character he wants and go down for the first 4 that we get. And that's the order we'll let y'all pick the characters. If Machine Hater had to get back to work, well, that's just the way it's going to be. So let me get over to where we're going to start now for real, for lives. Just a moment here. Get my bearings here. And congratulations to the 4 of you. Machine Hater, Gleaser, Kiryuke, and Katsunungen. So welcome aboard, and we're going to get over to the game now to get it started, so we can eventually be thinking about how you want to name your characters. We won't be in there immediately to pick out characters, but we'll be getting there soon enough. Okay, So this is the start screen that we're setting on. We're going to be playing on Legend. We will not be doing prologue tutorial. We will not be using promotional skins. I've often used those in the past, but we will not do that today. And I want to let you know options that you'll see on the setup for Terror from the Void. And this bottom section is cheat options. And no, we don't use any of the cheat options, like drop every alien drops all their items on death, including, I think that might include armor if they have it. Unlimited deployment, no. Delirium capped, no. These are things to help us out. So we don't use those. And with the air beta, air update that we're doing, there is no air combat and there is no behemoth at this time. The air update beta update that we're playing with takes away the behemoth at some point in parts 2 and 3 that eventually will come in. Hey Trumpkin, sorry you missed out on the character choices for today's episode, but I'm sure there'll be more in the future. And so we had our Wheel of Fortune, yeah, Phoenix Point. And so I'll go over the other ones that we do have checked on because some of them are new, so I want you to be aware. I've enabled suppression. It is experimental right now, and it does not work at all like it does in XCom, so don't even be thinking that. But anytime a character is shot at, and depending on how much he's shot at, I think basically what it does is it takes away some of your action points, or fractions of your action points, depending on how much you've been shot at that turn. So yeah, you don't want to get shot in the head. I did a little practice round this afternoon for about an hour, and the first person that got hit on my team was a headshot sniper. It was bringing back memories. It was bringing back memories. So it's kind of a semi-stun, but basically it's saying, hey, you're getting held in place, but not like in XCOM where you're really locked in place and you don't dare move unless you have lightning reflexes. But so it'll be interesting, and you guys will have to let me know. I'll show you the icons that are involved with that when they happen. I do have turned on allowing equipping before ambushes, because I feel like, you know, if you're landing, you got your crap with you, so you're not going to go out without weapons. So, you know, it just makes sense to me, because otherwise, you know how frequently I would forget to equip myself just in case you run into an ambush. Well, I just have that turned on. I do also have hand grenade scatter turned on, so no longer are our grenades precise like they used to be in the original Phoenix Point. They do have scatter, and we'll see how the icon shows. The farther you throw, the bigger the scatter. There are custom portraits. I'm turning this on because I'm assuming if y'all have a character, there's a way, and I haven't never done this, but we'll figure it out, and I turned it on just in case we can. If you decide you want your character's little face to be a custom character face because you're creative and you want it, I have that turned on. We can try to figure out how to put it in there. There will be no air combat, but we're going to skip the air combat tutorial anyway. Reveal exit and ambush early is off, so the ambushes are normal, so we don't know where the exit is until 3 turns in. We keep the Phoenix Operative barks on. I want to hear what they have to say. Limited raiding is on. What that means is if you do raid, you can raid and other factions, but it's a higher penalty to do that. So you can't raid people over and over and over and get a bunch of airships or whatever you're raiding for, tech raid, whatever. I have limited raiding on. Usually I just don't raid. We are playing with the limited deployment Void Omen. We are playing with the more mist Void Omen. We are not profiting from trading. And the first background perk will be learned by our characters. They will come with a random background perk. Although you'll see in this beta update, it's an evil option. Yeah, I play with it. I play with it. But I play with the first background perk learn, because otherwise you don't have any perk. So we risk getting a bad one. But you'll see in this update, there's a whole slew of new perks that we can purchase. The trading center has changed, yada yada yada. But we'll talk more about those details when we get to that point. Stamina recuperation, far M on. Well, this here says it's on, but with the air update, stamina recuperation works with a module now. It's not automatic, so I guess that's saying with a module, but it's not necessarily called the far M. Havens do send SOSs. I have skipped movies on. If anybody's upset about that, I think I might be able to add those in after the fact if you want them. But we've seen the air scenes, the ships flying in. This just saves time. Flinching is off, so when we focus in on them, there will be minimal flinching. It still exists, but it's not like it used to be. There will be no item drops from reinforcements, so we can't camp on a reinforcement node and just kill people as they come in just for the item drops. So that's why that is there, and that no item drops is on. And then, okay, these options can be, so if anybody decides they want to see, you know, anything that's not on, like the movies, let me know. And then this is what else is on. Scale the resource acquisition to the mod. Etermes vulnerability is off. We are playing Legend. We are not playing Etermes. No. No second chances is off, so if you fail a story mission, that is, you can retry it again. It's on by default on Etermes, the hardest difficulty. We're not playing on the hardest. We're playing on one that's plenty hard. The impossible weapons are adjusted for the mod. Ambushes are harder. Exotic resources are what they intend. Diplomatic penalties are higher on this game. Limited harvesting is on. As far as details, it plays with game that make obtaining food or mutagens from captured Pandorans more difficult. So it's easy. I remember in the original Phoenix Point, I was flowing in mutagens. And then, what do we got here? Limited capturing on, so there's rules and limits to how many you can capture per mission, depending on capacity of airship and capacity of your prison, whatever you where you keep the captures. Stamina drain on injury, yeah, we got to play with that on. You lose your head, you lose your arm, you lose your stamina, that kind of a thing. And we are playing with stronger Pandorans. So we're up here and it's set. This is just where it starts, Phoenix Point. I chose the start that's closest to the area where I live. Yeah, flowing in mutagens doesn't. So I just decided, rather than randomize it, I wanna play the game starting nearest where I'm living right now. Don't exactly live in Ukraine, but it's the closest start to where I'm living. So there you go. The entire body replay. Oh, Suspicious Wizard! Cool to see you in here. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. So this is our start, my friends. This is it. So why don't we get started? I'll let you all decide when we go how many of the cutscenes, cinematic scenes. If you want to watch them, we'll get the vibe. If enough of you are saying, hey, let's just skip the cutscenes, I can do it. I know. Is this like a first time other than like a raid situation or whatever? So that's kind of cool. So anyway, let's get this baby started. How about it? We've done enough talking and choosing names and characters and who's got what, the Wheel of Fortune. So now it's time to start. It is time to start. And I consider, for me, 25 minutes of all that crap pretty good. So let's get down in there. Oh, your Phoenix Point run? Died? Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Well, we're playing Phoenix Point with the Terror from the Void mod, and we're doing the new aircraft beta right now, which, for the time being, gets rid of the behemoths.
The Phoenix Project was founded on October 24th, 1945. The Second War to End All Wars was over.
Oh,
But there
now
were
to
those
a
who
bug. That
understood
sucks.
they could no longer afford to think in terms of nations and empires.
That's a tough
Phoenix
way
Project
to
successfully navigated
have that
the
happen,
conflicts
Suspicious
of its
Wizard.
era. That was our golden age. Phoenix Project operatives scoured the world for clues. We had bases in 24 countries, even the heavens.
We're getting a little history of Phoenix
But
Point
out
here.
on the far side of the moon began our downfall. The failure of the Phoenix 2 mission exposed us to our enemies in the UN. Stripped of resources and scattered to the winds, we were reduced to a secret, a memory. When the Pandora virus...
Yeah, they're
broke out,
trying to come up
should have
with
been
Terror
the
from the
first line of
Void, new
defense.
ways to deal
When a
with
huge
that
cloud of
DLC that
mist
everybody
cleared over the
gets
sea,
frustrated
and
with
peoples
quite
started
often.
vanishing, we should have figured out what was going on. And
So
when those
we'll
people
see. They
started
still have
coming
2 more
back,
parts besides this aircraft
hostile,
update
alien,
that haven't been
should be ready
released
to
or
fight.
probably won't be for a little while, according to Volan,
ecosystem
the guy
started to
that does it.
change, imperceptibly at first, then faster and faster. 3 factions arose. New Jericho, trying to restore order and purity. Sinedrin, hoping to build a world without hierarchies. And the disciples of Anu, a new syncretic religion dedicated to adaptation and biological
I think
change.
Suspicious Wizard, and I have never live. This is the first time I've ever done Phoenix Point live, so that is new.
Now the mist is returning.
But I did 3 or 4 runs on a recorded. That's how I built my YouTube channel, was off of this game.
It's time to rise from the
So
ashes.
now I'm working on Twitch. All right, here we are. It's a cold reboot. After all these years, you finally got the call. It meant that Symes and his deputies were dead or unreachable. Phoenix Project had gone dark. The trek to Phoenix Point was long and dangerous. And when you finally reached it, somebody was already home. I'm Alistair Ashby, yes, the Mist Expert. Thank you for watching my content back in the day, I guess. A few of us managed to get to this bunker and activate the emergency beacon before we were overrun by the creatures that followed us here. We've got this place mostly up and running, thanks to Olena. She is quite the wunderkind. And we're letting them know, yeah, I remember you. Surprising to meet you here. Opa! Alistair is good with people. I'm good with machines and software. This facility runs on a limited AI called Bennu. Once Bennu verifies your credentials as duly appointed director, all functionality should be restored, and you should be able to interface with the system. This is about the extent of my voice acting, guys. Identify yourself and present your credentials. Here you go. She let us in. Okay, so we got the balanced start. And I told you, I'll just do a big circle. I live somewhere in this part of the world. So that's why I wanted to start here. What could I say? But anyway, let's go look. First of all, so I do not forget, we'll start the one and only research we have at the very beginning. And let's take a look at the team. Now, Machine Hater, you're probably not still in here. But you technically won the first Wheel of Fortune choice. So you technically, yeah, I'm somewhere in this world. I still kept it pretty vague, didn't I, Hopesen, a little bit? Although you know a little more precisely where well, a lot of people do, because I've kind of mentioned. I don't know if I've ever mentioned the city I live in, but I have mentioned the country. But anyway, first pick. And the caveat on the picks, in case Machine Hater's there and he can hear. Otherwise, he'll just get the leftovers, and I'll go next with Gleaser. But I want to let you know the first two characters, when it comes to customization, can't be customized. Ah, there you go. So you are here, and you're gonna have to tell me which character you want, and I'm letting you know that these first two cannot be customized. You're stuck with the look that they have. And so therefore, if you want to be able to customize the most, you're gonna want to go with one of the other two. So that's all I wanted to clarify. That's something that the mod does for these two characters. They're like part of the story, so that's why they're the way they are. So the four characters are Sophia Brown, a sniper. So that's the other thing I forgot to tell everybody. We're playing with the officer mod. It's also something new that I have barely started messing around with. So you'll notice that Sophia Brown is our officer. So she has an extra row for officer perks. Then we have her, regular faction Phoenix Point perks. And then we have her, it's basically, I guess these are mostly the assault perks that she has in the first row. But she has as an officer, she has the PDW capability. So there you go. And she also comes with volunteered, so we actually have somebody with night vision. I usually prefer when my sniper has night vision, but we have it. And this is the first sign that you're going to see something different right here. We can't deal with it yet till we build our first training facility, but I'll click on it. And in the third row now, we have the ability, once our training center is built, if I can get down here, none of these are all the new skills that can be bought via the training center once they're built, and the extra SP it gives to spend on these. We can change these bottom row perks, or if we like the ones that are here, we can keep them and pick those. And it's hard to read them now because they're all blacked out, because it tells you it requires a training facility, but there's a ton of new perks, and we're gonna have a chance, if you got a care, we're going to pick some that look good when we get there. Some of them unlock right away at level 1. Others don't unlock until level 7, I think. So we'll get a better feel for how that works. And Machine Hater, you want the sniper guy? Okay. So we're going to go there next. And you named a name. Is that the name you want? Let's see what kind of spacing it gives us. Although I won't be able to do the special E on my thing here. And of course, my second monitor just blinked off on me because the timer went off, but there, it's back. And there you are. And I don't know. So, it's from the Silmarillion. Ah, very cool, very cool. Now that's a book I actually started once back in college to get into it, but the time disappeared, so I never was able to get through it. Okay, so there is our first character. That means Gleaser, if you're in here and paying attention, you're going to get second choice. So you can either have Emma Lopez, and other than these two, you can change sexes, face look, all that stuff. But we have a heavy, an assault, or Sophia as the leader. And you can change Sophia's name. Heavy. Okay, so Gleaser's right here. And you can let me know a name unless you already know, but we'll just put in Gleaser as a holding. So endurance, okay. So Feanor, and then if it's Silmarillion, they probably enjoy rolling the R a little bit too. Feanor or something. Feanor. Okay. Oh, Kurt Wagner. What else am I thinking? Alrighty, Kurt. And then I'm sure because the name is Kurt, I'll change one thing for you. We can go in detail between times, but there's Kurt. We can change other looks later, but we won't spend time doing that in detail today. But your guy it's his name. And then next is Karaoke or Kiryuke. Do you have a name? And you have a choice now of picking Sophia Brown. You won't be able to change her looks, or you can pick whoever that is. And but you can change this person's looks however you might want. It's up to you. But now we just need a name is all we need. You want the officer? Okay. Do you have a name that you want? Oh, good. I'm glad, because I'm glad to make you happy. Officer in both universe. Yeah, exactly. Over in Long War, you're an officer too. So, Karaoke, do you want to change the name, or we can just keep that as a holding name, and then you can chat me up any other time you see me, and we can change it. Unfortunately, like we said earlier. Oh, okay. Do you want that to read this way, Commander Kiryukai? Like that? We'll put it like that. Oh, you have the token. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And then finally, that leaves Katsunogen. You've got this person, the assault. Do you have a name, Katzen? Okay, Lindqvist. Lindqvist? I'm not sure how the eyes are. Lindqvist? Are they more like they are in the language I'm trying to learn? Karin Lindqvist. That's the way I would guess. An activist? Oh, it is Karen. Okay. Karin? I don't know the pronunciation as it would be. I'm not up on my Nordic pronunciations, so. Okay, there we go. And then you all feel free to drop in anytime in my Discord and just chat me up on maybe some looks that you might want, some colors. As you know, there's all sorts of, you don't have to be stuck with blue hair just because the default came with the blue hair, all that good stuff. But we're gonna move on right now. But I'll keep the helmets off in here so everybody can see the faces, and it'll remind you, although we can't change that face and we can't change that face, but we can change uniform colors. Yeah, and anime hair. All that fun stuff. We'll see whatever the choices are. And if you don't, I can always do a private little time, or I can even post pictures in the Discord of all the different looks. As far as hairstyles and whatnot, just if you're not familiar with the game, and you can make your choices that way. But we're not going to spend up any more time here and now. We're going to get out there in the game. What we're going to look at, because I didn't go over in detail, is everybody's special perks. So, Commander, you got a good one that I like. Now, the bad news is you're a commander and you have some extra perks that you can use to help your squad that require will. So I guess in that respect, it's not great, but you're going to be able to see things, to point things out for people a lot easier. So you're going to be able to lead us by knowing where the enemies are, at least at night. So That's good. And then over here for Feanor, the Kinslayer, we are going to... He gets Daredevil. So he doesn't have as good accuracy, but he does buku damage. So I guess in a way that's probably good. Yeah, you got some speed. You'll be going, come on guys, keep up, keep up. So more damage, yeah, there we go. And I'm sure that, and then remember, eventually these perks will be replaceable if it's something you don't like. Yeah, the other perk you got was Hunter for there. You get your accuracy back later on if you want to keep the extra damage and then maintain your accuracy. So there you go. I forgot to look back here at your second perk. You have Condo Raider, but it doesn't matter as much down the road because they all can be changeable. Condo Raider, so you can jump up or down one level building. Hey, agile, speedy commander are you? My goodness. And then we got Kurt, and you picked up Paranoid. You're so paranoid you have extra perception and hearing range. Well, it's got to be really good perception and hearing to out-hear the noise you make as a heavy that they're going to hear you from. Onslaught marked for death. No, as far as sniper, the top row is still what it was. Extreme Focus, Armor Break, Master Marksman, Inspire, and Deadeye. Those are the Terror from the Void top row perks. And then the Phoenix Point perks down here are Die Hard, Gunslinger, and then you get a weapon. This is always a weapon thing. And then Hunter, Killzone, which is, I don't know if I'll find another perk that I think is better. And then Battle Hardened. Those are the perks that come with the thing. The bottom row, this bottom row, we have a chance to change down the road once we get our training facility built, and once we gain enough SP to have enough to spend to do that. So there you go. And then we come up here. Okay, Kurt, yeah, you had Paranoid and then Damaged Amygdala. These are like, Well, this one's actually can come in handy. Not we're having to worry about Psychic Scream. So that one we might choose. We might choose to hold on. So there you go. Let's and then Karin Lindqvist. There you go. You got Condo Raider as a starting skill, which can be handy or not as an assault. And then your other Daredevil, you also have a Daredevil perk, damage plus 10%, accuracy minus 10. And then these other perks are on an assault or Die Hard, quarterback, where you got bonus grenade range, aimed burst on your assault weapon, and battle hardened. And then top row, I'm just reading over the, we'll have a chance to see these in more depth when we get going, but quick aim is a possibility, kill and run, ready for action, cool under pressure, and rapid clearance. And then just because we didn't go over the heavy, return fire, hunker down, skirmisher, shred resistance, and rage burst. And the bottom row, you know, we have jetpack control, we have boom blast, and we have battle hardened. But we'll see when we get there and unlock these things, which ones end up helping us out. So I do not see us multi-classing in this playthrough. Just because of this reason alone, we have so much to spend and test out and try out on this skill perks. I don't see spending the points for a multi-class necessarily. It doesn't say we won't, but that's not my priority. The priority is to try out as many perks as we can and see what we think about them. Give feedback to Volan, the developer, going through it, so he can tweak, he can do things like that. I think Mad Skunky helps him with the tweaking part, but that's what we're playing the beta for, is to see how it looks and give some feedback from an actual playthrough. So that is the team, my friends. That is the team, and that's what we're looking at. So it's time to get going on the map. Time to get it going. We're going to, yeah, start flying. I got a site here to go to. We got a site here to go to. Welcome in, Scott Duncan. All sorts of changes, and I've touched on a few of them, but we'll touch on them more as we run into them. The training facility doesn't work the same. The air game totally doesn't work the same. We don't fight the behemoth and the flying monsters. We get all sorts of different things. Have you ever played Terror from the Void just the without this aircraft beta, or are you not familiar with the mod? Because if you're talking about, if you haven't even played Terror from the Void, there's a ton of changes just from that alone. Now we're playing a changed Terror from the Void mod. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to this is the thing. So what I mean, the problem with this game, I can't come up with a window or a tool that helps me keep it open. It is going to minimize if I go over and adjust myself, and I will, so we can see the timer. But just know this is going to collapse. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to lower it down and put you all in the Be Right Back window. That way you won't be looking at just an empty screen with my whatever's on my screen at this moment. So we'll be right back. Yeah, I gotta go here and do it here. So when I click in OBS to slide that down, it's on the other monitor, so it's gonna minimize the game. I apologize for that, but sorry. It's the only way I can get and this is kind of an awkward location here. So I'm gonna slide me down, hopefully without covering this up, because something new is gonna start appearing down here too. So we'll find the best place eventually on where to put my mug, and try to not to cover up anything vital. Hey, Katsunogan, I'm glad you made it in and got your character, and we'll see ya. We'll see ya soon. And so let me fix this, guys. I'll minimize the game and we'll get this done. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So I think if I slide it down right about there, that should be a lot better. So let's give it a look. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Okay. I think we can survive with that now. Thanks for pointing that out, Nightmare. Thanks for pointing that out. And here we go. We're going to fly. Actually, before we fly, just in case, well, usually the first three aren't in ambush, but let's get in the habit of making sure we can carry one more point of something. I could carry, we'll just throw in a grenade. And then over here, he's over encumbered right now. We'll take that off. If we end up on the worm map, we'll change that around. You can carry a little bit more. And we'll just go like that for now. Nothing says we can't have you over encumbered by one either. I mean, that's not a big deal early on in the game. And you'll get a med kit. We'll give you some backup ammo and another grenade. There you go. So we've got a basic equipment on everybody, and we can start hitting the road, my friends. So we'll go to the nearest site and see what we find. Here we go. We're gonna explore. And we found New Jericho, the Dreamers Awaken. Now this is a mission I'm not going to do right away. I want to get a little experience on our soldiers because on Legendary, you know, you got that priest that can mind control, and I want to make sure we have what we need to be able to handle that. So this is the plan here. However, by not starting the mission, we did gain access to some research that's very important for us. And we're going to put that in the queue. A New Jericho research will give us 315 materials, which we desperately need. Because right now in our base, right here, we cannot afford to build any of the buildings I want to start with. Probably the first one I want to build is a research lab. After that, I want to build the training facility so we can start working towards gaining access to the new perks. So that's the order I'm going to build them in. And that's just the early game I'm thinking that we want to do. But other than that, we got the manufacturing, fabrication plant, all the standard stuff, med bay, living quarters, yada, yada, yada. All right. So I don't remember. I think this was the next one. And then this was also one of the first 3 originals. So we'll see if we get lucky and get a Sinedrian and Anu on these, just so we can see what we're dealing with. Well, we got... This is where the marketplace shows up. We don't need to get there now because we don't have enough funds to take advantage of it. But I am going to come down here and here because our first mist will appear right around there, and we might as well explore what's going to be in the mist very soon and figure out what we got here.
Research complete.
And we're now going to see the mist. It's going to start showing up. And we got new research available with that, Haven recruitment protocols and Phoenix archives, so we'll punch them in that order. We'll finish New Jericho first because materials, I want materials. Oh my god! Guess what we found? A rescue soldier mission. Okay. And it's scavengers that we'd be fighting. I imagine we got someone with a jetpack to try and get to them as fast as possible. I'm kind of wondering. Yeah, we got rescue soldiers. What are the odds? I'd rather have the frickin' scavenge mission. I'd rather, to be quite honest, I'd rather, yeah, at least it's daytime. I'd rather get the scavenge this early in the game because I don't have the vehicles to take this many soldiers around. They're going to be sitting in the base. And the way the training center works now, we don't get advantage of them sitting in the base training. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm going to really have to focus on getting a second airship. Normally, well, I guess I don't go for the early game that I usually go for is an early chaos buggy. So I guess we're not going to be using the chaos buggy, and we're just going to be madly leveling up. I'm assuming we're going to be able to rescue them, but then again, sometimes AI plays dumb. So I don't know. This early, I almost prefer. I build for my. That's why I'm going for the materials first, because. But then I guess a lot of times I've been playing the 3-person start where you almost need the chaos buggy. 4-person start, I was still gonna go beeline for the chaos buggy, but now I've got to alter my thinking because now I got 6 soldiers. No, I got 7, excuse me, but I can take 6 at a time without the buggy. So it is what it is. We're gonna roll with it. And yeah, they may suicide over there. The only other option is hold off on this mission till I get the Chaos Buggy, and then it's a lot easier to get to them. But you all signed up for this and me doing these missions. Yeah, we don't have to do it right now because they'll still be there.
What's up, Doc?
They'll still be there. Yeah, and I don't have them yet. So, yeah, we need action. Carlos, you're always going to do that. Yeah, pretty common. I know I've rarely seen them vary though. Most common, it's very common. I don't know if they made any adjustment to that to make it hard and fast 3, but it's hard for me to remember the last time I saw anything other than 3. I think it's very rare that you can get something different. Well, let's just take a look at the team, and let's take a look at our speed and see what we think. You know, nothing fancy, and you're slowed down. What perk slows you down? No, you got extra speed. Oh, you got extra speed. So you got a little speed to be the one to run over there and get to them first. It's daytime, so we don't need your night vision. So we do have a little bit of speed here, for early game, that is. Then your speed is not fast. Because you're down by 1 because I think this armor slows you down. That slows down your speed. You're slow, but you have the ability to jet jump. You just don't have a lot of will to jet jump a lot. But you're probably the one we're going to send over there, Kurt. Yeah, I'm playing with the officer mod, Scott. I'm trying out the officer mod. It's something that jives with people love it or hate it, and I've got to play it to figure out what I think about it. So we're playing with the officer mod. She has an extra row for officer stuff. She gains officer training, proficiency with PDWs and handguns, trigger discipline, allies within 7 tiles gain 20% accuracy. She can rally for spending 3 will points, give somebody a recovery of their will points or 25% recovery of their will points. Onslaught. So the officer has some perks. The downfall is she only has so much ammo in that PDW, and I can't build it. I can't manufacture any of her special stuff until I get, I think it's 4 bases. Do I unlock a training to unlock building more officers, which then allows me to finally, because this is a unique PDW, so if I don't find a good weapon for Commander or get my 4 bases online sooner rather than later, this weapon becomes useless for her. So, you know, there's drawbacks to this little thing here. Yeah, it's an officer. This person is an officer. When you play with the officer mod, you start with 1 officer. So we don't get to pick. And then the other ones are the standard start when you start with Phoenix Point, the sniper, the heavy, and the assault. All right. So I guess we're gonna try this mission. I'm not gonna, if it ends up, if the enemies end up playing stupid on us here. You know how the AI guys we're trying to rescue sometimes play kamikaze? Hey Hermes, good to see you. Well, I still don't know exactly what I think about it, but I have to play with it more to get a better opinion on what I think about it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The officer mod itself is not part of Terror from the Void, but it's one of those mods they say you can safely use because it plays nicely. One of the guys that was involved in helping Volan, he did, I forget exactly what he did now. He was away for a while, but now he's back. But he did the vehicle stuff, and he also then made the vehicle updates for the mod, and then he then made this mod on his own off to the side too. So there you go. Did I pipe wager? Oh yeah, we have a little bit of a misspell here. Oops. There you go. Yeah, he's part of the Phoenix Rising. Yeah, Lucas, there. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name because he was there all the time, and then he went on whatever, sabbatical, whatever you want to call it. But then I saw him dropping back in the Discord over there recently. So I guess he's back somehow, or at least to say hi and chat again. But anyway, you caught it early. Thank you, Hopes, and I appreciate that. Hopefully everybody else is right. Too bad I can't get the right lettering on Machine Hater's first name with the dots up there, but maybe one way I'll find a keyboard setting that has it and we can add them. Kurt Wanger. Yeah. I came close to it, didn't I? Very good. Okay, so let's just look at our equipment, make sure we got what we need to get this done. Yeah, the E umlaut. I'm used to calling those an umlaut kind of a thing, but I don't know if every language calls them that. But anyway, now I'm wondering. No. So yeah, we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna go equipped like this. We'll want more long range than pistol, I'm thinking. Wagner, we'll let you be over encumbered because I'm planning that hopefully you have enough will to do 2 jet jumps. That's what I'm hoping, to get you over there faster than anybody else. We're dealing with scavengers, so hopefully they don't surround and kill all these soldiers before we get there. And part of me says hold off till I get the vehicle, and then you got a better chance to get over there and activate them before they kill themselves. But it is what it is. It's our first mission we got, and we might as well pick up the extra people, because then technically that can save me from buying a chaos buggy at least right away, and maybe I can focus on some other things first before picking up a vehicle, and we'll just run with six soldiers, which I haven't really done in a while because I've been so in the meta of getting an early chaos buggy. So this will be funny. Oh, you got it? Okay. I'll check it. I'll mess around with it later to make you watch me do all that. I also have a setting on my keyboard to change it to German, and so although they don't have an E umlaut there, so there you go. Yeah, that should be good enough. Okay, so I think equipment-wise we're okay. It is daytime. And hopefully if they're just the berserkers with the hand axe, the majority, early game it does tend to be that way. So hopefully we can just get there quicker than they hack the guys. And that does give the AI a better chance to shoot them first if they come in with the axe primarily. I think there's a better odds of them surviving. So I guess getting this early is not a bad thing. So here we go. Let's get down there and see what map we pull. Umbras. I don't even want to think about Umbras, my friends. I don't even want to think about Umbras. All right, so we're in a far, far corner. Okay, well, the first guy isn't that far away. Glacier, how far can you jump? Pretty damn close. Problem is, he's probably going to run away to shoot something we can't see. So, Glacier, I think I'll just jump you right here for now. Is there any better place? And then we'll see what we see, because right now we don't see anybody. Of course, there's a lot of buildings to block our lines of sight, but let's just get you up there and see in the process of jumping if you see anything.
I know how to do it.
And we see, of course, the red locusts are here, and it's not a scavenger with an axe. It is someone who can actually shoot. Ah, shoot. So we're facing a gang called the Red Locusts. Their leader is Slash, and this is not the leader. The leader has a yellow icon, by the way. So when we see the yellow icon, that's the leader. And the leader gives all lowest tier friendlies oh, they get regeneration. It's not the worst one I've ever seen. There's definitely tactics I hate. So we just got to make sure we kill them if they're low tier and not let them regenerate. Okay, that's interesting. Experimental drugs. Who knew? The Red Locusts. They just keep us swarming. So well, I guess what I'll do is, since we have no cover, we'll give you a little semblance of cover since you're not going to reach anywhere anyway. And call it a day.
Repositioning.
All right. And, oh, we found our sniper. I hope on their first turn they kill this guy, because otherwise he's shooting them, and that's going to lower, because he's very close to them, too. Yikers. Now, there's probably no way I'm going to be able to find, yeah, not with this building sitting here. There's absolutely no way I can even hope to get a line of sight over there. So maybe what I do... Oh, and isn't this the map where the exit's way over here? Yeah. I hate that. So I got to remember, we better start rushing forward anyway, because the only way we can exit, if we manage to rescue any of them, is way over here. That's this map. Oh, well. So since we can't see anybody, we need to hightail it on over here so we have a chance to tag at least one of them somewhere. And save someone. Oh, you want a little info on this guy? Let's take a look. He is a carrion. So, speaking of which, he's one of those guys that will be allowed to regenerate if they don't kill him. He's one of those low-tier guys we were talking about. And there you go. Crazy. But he has low will. But the problem is we're not going to find enough to start killing him this first turn. We just gotta run as fast as we can and get our butts over here so we can help these silly AI battlers do something. And then Sniper cannot get a line from anywhere. So we're just going to get... Part of me says maybe I should run you over this way. Maybe we can eventually get you up on the roof to help these guys out. But if the AI is anything like this AI, they'll jump off the roof. We'll see. Unless they know the other guy's on the roof, usually these guys jump off the roof, whereas if they had stayed on the roof, they would have been safer. I don't know. It depends on if this guy can move enough to shoot around the corner. We'll see. Yeah, this is an ugly map for line of sight. That's for sure. So all I can see doing to make any sense is just run. And your turn's over. Let's hope the AI, because the AI will move next. Our guys we're trying to rescue, you won't be able to shoot. You're the only one that'll have a chance to shoot them. And the question is, will you have enough movement points to get here and be able to take a shot? And maybe, well, unfortunately, the AI probably will shoot out his head and not his arm. But if they shot out his arm, we'd be okay. You know, if we were playing and controlling these guys, we might be able to survive. But we have to deal with the AI. So let's go see what they do that's embarrassing. Yeah, well, he can move, because it takes 3 actions to snipe. So if he can get this far on a single action, 1, 2, 3, which should be doable. The question is, will he just jump off the roof? Like, you know what I mean? Because he doesn't see the guy right now. Hopefully he senses him there and we'll do something smart. But anyway, let's end our turn. They both say alerted. He jumped down. Well, helps a little. Can you hit him? Sniper, please. No! I told you! No! No! Now someone's gonna die! Namely the sniper! Come on, AI, you're better than this. There's the leader. All of them have guns! Where's the hatchet men? Where's the hatchet men when you want the hatchet men? They don't show up. Okay, now this icon is one of those new icons that I was telling you about. As you can see, this guy shot the sniper. He is suppressed, so he won't have his full movement. Since he only got shot at once, I don't know. I don't know the math on. Yeah, I don't know the math on how much one shot against somebody suppresses them, or if it matters if you're hit versus just shot at, yada, yada, yada. I don't know all the details on that yet, but yeah, well, Etermes, if I'm not sure of all the details on it. I just know that when you shoot at somebody and they have this suppressed, they don't get their full movement. How to figure out how much of their movement will be gone, well, we'll find out. Well, we won't find out because he's not our soldier. But when it happens to one of our soldiers, then we'll know. Now, one thing I could do is be very risky and land right here and evacuate this SOB. So maybe, of course, then we got a guy here waiting to shoot at us. But, you know, maybe we can figure a way out of here. They're all shooters. They all got weapons. And then maybe somebody else, like our leader, can free up this guy. So I'm going to play it that way. It's aggressive, but, you know, we got to work our way over here anyway. And right now, we got to find a way to get through these guys. Got to find a way to get through these guys. Of course, their leader that's allowing some of their guys to regenerate is a heavy, so harder to kill than some. And we don't have the chaos buggy to just blast them all. Let's see. Are you going to be able to... Yeah, I don't even know sniping wise. Well, anyway, let me do my jump. I already know that I'm going to do that. We're going to rescue this guy. Otherwise, if I don't rescue him, he's dead. So we're going to give ourselves a chance. And by coming here, maybe he could shoot if we don't kill him. Maybe this guy will shoot at us, but we're a heavy, we'll survive. And we dodged that pretty good. He damaged our armor barely. So there's that. Oh, and this is the guy that this sniper chose to shoot. So let's just take a look at him. He's a raider level 3. So I do not believe he regenerates. No, he does not. So he's not a regenerator, and his head got shot out. Typical sniper shot. All right, so now Oh, this... Oh, he's at least a heavy. At least he's got some health, but he's very close. He's probably going to run next to Slash. So, I don't really have a way to deal with him, so I may have to just evacuate our sniper. And here, now that we're controlling the sniper, you can see what the suppression did. There you go. One burst, 6 bullets is enough for light suppression. Yeah, and we lost the half a turn. And then I'm not sure how to determine what makes it heavy and light, but we got light suppression, so we lost half an action point. So there you go on how light suppression works. So if he had an advancement where normally you'd shoot with 3 actions and then be able to overwatch with 1, he doesn't have that promotion yet, but you know, that would eliminate the overwatch. So suppression can help a person, can help. At least shooting at somebody can help, because it works against them too. If you hit them and shoot at them, they get suppressed too. Okay, I'm going to see if I can activate another one. And we can. And then maybe I can run some distraction on this side. We'll see. Because I figure maybe we can find a way to fight back on these guys. This guy can still hurt us.
What's our move?
This gives me a little cover against this guy, but not a lot. All he has to do is hit me again, and we probably die. I don't have a med kit I can get close enough, so part of me says bail out so we can try and rescue you. Find some cover somewhere, like this corner, and we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we're getting some lag on my end too. And I don't know why that's happening. We're getting some massive lag. Well, isn't that annoying? I apologize for that. I don't know where it's coming from and why we're getting it right now. Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from and what I need to adjust or what we can do about it. Yeah, it could be. I mean, that could just be what it is. Let me look at something in here, at least for the sake of this stream, and let's lower some things down and see if that ends up helping somehow. We'll just lower the... Yeah, I'm downloading in the background, you know? Or maybe, but nobody else in the household will be uploading like we are with this game. So the downloading shouldn't necessarily impact the uploading speed, you know what I'm saying? So let's try the lower graphics, see if that improves anything. I doubt we'll notice a huge change in what you're seeing graphics wise by doing that, but we'll see if that starts helping. And at least in the short term, I see immediate improvement. Now when we start moving around and playing, then we'll double check again. So I think maybe we're back enough to get moving again. So I think you were able to hear everything I was saying, but maybe not necessarily see with the frame drops. So if we come down here, I may just hide the sniper, because if I leave the sniper here, since I cannot... Yeah. Since I don't have a way to get an angle on this guy any which way, and unfortunately Kurt Wagner will not be able to get a shot off because he just jet jumped, and we don't have skills to help him out. And then, oh, there's a little window there, so I definitely don't want to go in that corner. Yet if I go over there, then this guy could come in an angle. So I got to come up with a safer spot for my sniper. They have a door coming in this way. Well, let's face it, this is this could be the safest spot for the sniper that I can come up with. Although this guy could get around there to hit him. If I come here, then we got this guy that could come over and shoot down there, or this guy. Well, these guys will probably be focused on him. So it may be that I get our sniper in cover here. Or here. No, probably better here in case this guy ignores everybody. I leave Mr. Wagner up here to draw a little bit of fire, but I move him behind full cover for this guy at least. He'll probably take some hits. Maybe he's going to act as our decoy while we try to save this guy. And unfortunately, there's no way this guy by himself is killing anybody over here. So he's got 2 people, maybe 3 then, if he decides to drop down and shoot. So we may not save all 3, my friends. We may not save all 3. Yeah, I think these 2 will focus there. I don't know what he'll do, but if we both drop down out of sight, he might drop down also to go for the guy that's nearest to him. Kind of what I'm thinking. And then yeah, let's just play it that way. We're trying to save. I don't need to kill him yet. We got to get my support up there anyway, and we're just going to try and find little pigeonhole. Now there's angles where he could get a shot through there, but it shouldn't be a clean shot, right? And the only reason I wouldn't take this, which would be more protection against this guy, is I do worry just a little about this guy coming in here going for us if we jump down there. So I'm not sure. Yeah, only room for 6 in the ship. You're right, Scott. So if we lose one of them, oh well. Oh well. But let's hope we don't lose 2. Okay, and you don't carry a med kit. I do have people that you'd probably, if you survive this turn, I'd be able to run you to somebody that carries a med kit. And I can't really get you. Now I can leave you with a terrible long range shot, so that's not going to do anything. So part of me says, I bring you up here to try and distract this guy and have him shoot at you because you're a frickin' heavy. You can take it, right? That's what I'm telling myself. Okay, and we definitely got to get our support up. Definitely got to get our support up. So more guys in the back. Where? You're seeing any other guys? Yeah, okay, yeah, just want to make sure I'm not getting any other blips. Okay. Where do I want my sniper? That high ground is not gonna cut it. I think what I'll do is I'll bring Fëanor the Kingslayer over here in case this guy, right now he's behind a big rock. but maybe somebody will move in such a way that we can take advantage of our sniper, and it feels like good cover. The only thing is that somehow if this guy somehow senses him there and comes down here, but we're at enough distance where that shouldn't be an issue. Then we got Mr. Lindqvist over here. How far can we get you? Yeah, so we got... I might just run you here because this wall sticks out in case he wants to come over. And we're starting to get ourselves up in a position to be able to start helping. And that I think is key. So I think it's safe, even though it feels a little exposed. I think it's safe enough. And then, Kurt, I may just bring you right here. So in case he wants to come over and try and mess with you. At worst, he gets one shot. At worst, you get 2 shots against you. I'd rather have none, but, you know.
On my way.
And then, Commander, you got a little more mobility. And how do I want to use that mobility? I don't know. He would shoot it. He could shoot through that door from afar because there's no cover I can get. So maybe we just go this far in an effort to get a healing kit over there, a med kit. Or I stay where I am that's safe and get the frickin' med kit in my hands. I feel like the pistol, I'd rather keep that handy more than the pistol because I got that, which is essentially a pistol. So let's do that. And we'll just stay where we are. I'll take 1 step forward. Ooh, that says they see me from there? That's an interesting shot. So rather than let them see me, we'll stay right here. And that's gonna be it. Yeah. Feanor is done. Hiryukai is done. The commander is done. And the bandit can't overwatch. So we're done. Here we go. Stay alive, guys. Ooh. Problem is, it's not a kill. They got 1 reinforcement coming in, and I think he just died. That sounded like a death, my friends!
I can't stop the bleeding.
I was afraid he might try that.
What you're feeling there is regret.
Oh, we lost 2 of them. Oh my god. These guys are gonna pay now. These guys are gonna pay now. So what we're doing is we're coming right here. Now we got a reinforcement coming in, another heavy.
Easy enough.
All right, here we go.
Insides.
Kill.
Requesting more enemy.
Cover. Not that this guy can't outflank you, but you get the picture. All right. Kurt Wagner.
Be right there. Confirming target. On the mark.
He's hurting. Stunned and bleeding. I got a sniper here. Can you get... that gets you a potential shot, leaving you totally exposed. Is it enough of a potential shot? Well, what we'll do is we'll take a look at that potential shot. And we will see if we want to take it. Well, not there. I got others that can do that. That's the reinforcement. He's still far away. Do I have a good enough shot? Not a really great shot, is it? So I may not take it. Dang. dang, ding, 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 dong, dang, dang, ding, dong, dang. And I doubt throwing a grenade over here would help. I don't think it would destroy that cover. That cover looks a little too sturdy for a grenade to destroy. So to be able to throw a grenade over there, I'd have to come here.
Here we go.
And there is the grenade scatter. For those of you who have not seen the grenade scatter, the yellow dome is, or the yellow circle is the range that it could scatter. And so the big circle on the outside is, depending on how it scatters, that's how far away. If it scatters this way, then the blast range would be more on that side. So the orange is the potential blast damage area, depending on the scatter, if that makes sense. So that's what we're looking at here. Well, it's true, cover doesn't matter. As long as you have an action point to still step in the cover. So I'm going to try the grenade. Problem is, yeah, let's try the grenade right here. And I like you said, cover doesn't matter. Oh, I still have my cover, but I hit my grenade scattered and I hit the wall. Well, he's dazed. So we only have to worry about him. He's too far away to do much this turn. So and this guy has 10 will, so killing another person isn't going to get his will down. I also have you. I could bring my commander here. Probably safe. I don't know if this guy would be able to run all the way over with his heavy weapon and take a shot. So I can come here, take 2 shots here. Which also won't kill him. I just don't know if there's a way I can, because this shot is so funky. If I shot the arm out, we're golden. But what are the odds that I shoot the arm out? We'll go for the arm. There's a chance I hit nothing, though. And then my exposed sniper gets shot. That's the problem. And then, and the reason that, because then commander can't get over there and finish it off if I miss. That's why I was kind of looking to figure what I could figure out. Unless I bring commander a little less far, but her weapon is not a strength at long range. But then I take my 2 shots from here and then can still, or I come this far, throw my grenade, and then I can escape.
Taking action.
And what does my shot look like?
Acquiring target.
We're gonna take this shot.
Just a flesh wound.
And we didn't get lucky with the arm. So we still need help. Holy moly. Not exactly putting myself in the position you would like to be in. Let's yeah, move out a little better like you did before. And we missed. Okay, boys and girls. We're gonna have a tough time here. So I'm gonna come over. We're gonna get shot with no cover here and or here. Let's hope he doesn't move forward to get it. Well, if he moves, he only gets one shot. So in a way, let him move, because then he won't kill us. He'll just injure us. This guy, I don't think, can run this far around the corner and shoot. So we got a breather there. And this guy's, you know, dazed and confused. So let's hope we survive, my friends. Let's hope we survive. Okay, that we shot better than him, but now we're suppressed. Holy smokes. Okay, there's the leader. All right. So I can come out, I can be aggressive, come out here with my guy. He's too far away. I can be aggressive, kill this guy.
Ready to go to work.
The cover sucks. But I can come out here to more than likely kill the leader. Gleiser, Kurt Wagner, can kill this guy. This guy died. And we can take this guy out. And then it's a foot race to get out of here. Then it's a foot race to get out of here. So, come on over here and finish this guy off for us, Mr. Lindqvist.
On my way.
Okay. And yeah, we'll start moving you in this direction, since there's nothing else you can do. And we're gonna move up. Well, actually, let's just keep you there. Your shot was decent last time. Yeah, I think we're gonna kill him. And we'll start moving in that direction. We got to go through this door for you or jump. And then Commander. So basically, left on the field after this action should only be this guy, but boy, he had a dangerous weapon. If it hits. And we're going to be standing out in the open. Or I go here. Let's take one step. You got it. Be nice if he could panic. Okay, he panicked, so now it doesn't matter. Get running. Everybody, get running to where we need to go.
Sprinting.
And we saved one out of the three. Well, we're not out of here yet. We're not out of here yet. Now we got a heavy. We did save one heavy, which would mean if we get out of here, our team will have grown to 5. 4 or 5, yeah. Too bad we couldn't save second, but this cover wasn't as good as it could have been. I probably should have taken the risk on the extra step here. Then this guy wouldn't have, that hit him wouldn't have had as clean a shot, and then this guy would have. So he only would have taken one shot, and he might have survived. So call that my blunder, misreading the cover over here, and misunderstanding what he would do. So just the way it goes sometimes. So they got 2 heavies over there. Or wait, was the other guy heavy? No, the heavy ran because he panicked. So he's regular assault. Okay. Well, there's no reason to linger and wait, my friends. Absolutely no reason to linger and wait. Maybe he dropped something good. We'll check it out on the way. And then we'll get you out of here so you can potentially jump now if you have will. Commander, you did get hit, so we'll probably try and heal you before we get out of here. But for starters, we're going to get you moving this way.
Making haste.
Advancing.
And it would be nice to finally, at some point, get a sniper in position somewhere to be of use. Won't be this turn. That's not counting as cover, so I guess we'll go up this way. Wasn't seeing the cover symbol on that bench. Let's see if the 2 in the corner get joined by anybody else. He's charging the whole way. He's charging the whole way. They're following our pattern. Run like the wind. Do I dare? Oh, that's right. These guys can't pick things up. It wasn't gonna be much anyway. Where are they? One guy over here. So we've lost sight of them based on where they were. So we're just gonna
Receiving
run. What I'm gonna do, because one of them could end up coming around here. So Commander, you're gonna take a peek around here to see if they are trying to come up that way. And you'll just hang out there.
I got this covered.
Kurt. You can jet jump. This is the only jet jump you'll be able to do. Yeah, do I want to, or just, well, you don't run that far, but then this guy, the one guy we're trying to save, is going to be left to fend for himself.
Let's go. Target located.
Okay, we did find one of them, again. Oh, he's way back there. Not worried. Just run.
Let's do this.
Mr. Lindquist. And I will jet jump, and then we'll set up. I don't know if they'll be able to catch us and get quite close enough, but you can tell I haven't played in a while. Left click, right click. Okay, Fort Wagner. Hang out. Not like we have a lot of high-level skills that we can take advantage of. Okay, no shooting there. Nah, they got a sniper on the field now. They might have 2 snipers on the field. No, that's an assault. Okay, so they have what appears to be a sniper on the field. No, okay, I misread the weapon. It's not, it's just an assault. Okay, okay, okay. I will not panic. So, I don't know that they're going to get Mitch Angle. This is about the only guy that will have a chance for a shot, and as a heavy, we're going to be pretty far back. So, we'll play it as such. Let's have the generally slower per people run first. How far can you get? We're bringing you here.
Going in.
So next turn we can all get out. And that's all that matters right now. We don't need to use unnecessary ammo.
Ready for action.
my sniper is lagging a bit. I'm just going to bring you back against the border of the map because we're going to be so far back. Hopefully. No, I'm bringing you into cover.
Let's go.
Because you're squishy. There we go. And then Commander, let's have you keep an eye from here. I mean, you're not effective beyond this range, so we'll, just in case somebody can reach that far. Here we go.
Enemy spotted.
Okay, we're in good shape now. Yeah, watch the enemy shoot his cannon and hit us all, but we all should be able to get out now. Let's call this a less than spectacular success.
Let's do this.
And skedaddle. Before we do, heal yourself.
Give me a minute.
So we don't have to waste time getting you healed some other time. And then, let's get everybody out. Nobody else needs...
Catch me if you can. No time to waste.
No. Because I'm afraid we wouldn't get our guy to come with us if I accidentally press that button. There, now let's evacuate the squad. So we rescued one. Yeah, there is a fair chance of RNG on these missions. And that's why I debated coming back with a vehicle that ups our chances by having a vehicle that can go a lot faster than a soldier. But I'm happy. We got one extra. We're up to 5. A team of 5. The mission is what it is. It's not great, but we're growing stronger. My estimates with the sniper, I was really hoping to save that sniper too, but I really, yeah, obviously in hindsight, I misjudged how I thought they'd move and paid the price. They smelled the blood of the sniper and ignored everybody else that technically might have been easier shots. Okay, so we gained a heavy. Whoop-de-dee-doo-dah, spent precious resources in the process, and that's what happens. Now nobody got injured limbs, so we can still fly. Another feature of the aircraft update is this green bar right here over the Manticore. The Manticore, without other attachments, by flying around and whatnot, it wears down and needs maintenance, and this green bar represents that. So when this bar gets down to, I believe it's half, but if anybody has experience ever and I'm misstating something, let me know. If this gets down to half, then my aircraft viciously starts slowing down and losing speed dramatically. Until we get to a base to, you know, get a mechanic on her and tinker back up. It fixes itself back up pretty quickly, but it also, it kind of gives you other reasons. Oh, we don't have extra bases out there. To have that aircraft facility in more bases, so you have more choices to drop in and repair your airships as they wear out of stamina or, you know, wear down from wear and tear. So we got a heavy without a jump jet. That's why I was really hoping to get the sniper, because a low-level sniper at least can shoot. And now I got to pay for a jet jump jacket, whatever you want to call it, a rocket pack. So, well, it's not a rocket pack. That shoots weapons. But anyway, we're gonna come here. And we're gonna see what's in the mist before we gain, just in case, before we gain penalty from being in the mist. That hasn't happened yet. And what was my research at? Okay, we're working on that new Jericho stuff. Oh yeah, he has a gun. So I mean, he's still going to be useful. We'll find a way to use him till we get things leveled up and figured out. Okay, it's just a regular old New Jericho Haven. Okay. So it's almost feeling like New Jericho may be the easiest to be making friends with here. At least given the early proximity of their bases. So we'll see. Let's just get a... They recover 50% condition per hour. Yeah. Yeah, having speed is horrible. The first time I experienced that, Etermes, I was like, what the heck's going on? What's wrong? That was the very first time I played the aircraft redo. I didn't know about that bar yet. And I'm like, Volan, I think something's wrong. My aircraft doesn't work anymore. I made a fool of myself, and he had to explain things to me. So, yeah, that's something to really pay attention to, because the moment it gets down halfway, like, you just lose the momentum, and you really lose speed fast. Okay. It kind of gives a meaning to have that one, you know, because in the past then maybe you could get away with not repairing all those air bases, just one here and there. Now they become a little more important. So, oh, you remember seeing that one? Yeah. That you had been playing this aircraft update a lot longer than me. I had just started that wasn't that long ago. I just started messing with it, seeing if I wanted to live stream this. So I'm gonna go to this one, then we'll head up, because by then, no, let's unlock the market now, just in case I get a cheap chaos buggy. I still will be tempted to get it. Now I want to see what's in there. Okay. Okay, excerpt. Okay, this is about the mist. This is, we got to get ready for the mist. So this is an excerpt from the Oniric Delirium Psychosocial, or Psychosocial Impact Assessment. Yada, yada, yada. We are ready to share our preliminary findings regarding the new Pandora virus outbreak. The viral mist is an extremely unusual phenomenon. It is, in fact, highly complex aerosol, capable of moving with deliberation and transporting viral DNA and other microbes. It is our belief that the vast waves of mist that helped cause the destruction of civilization were generated underwater by gigantic mutated structures. Each wave, including the current one, referred to by the population as the third mist. So this is the third time around of having stuff happen. Has slightly different properties than the first two. We have received reports of a variety of afflictions suffered by individuals who have traveled or reside in areas covered by the mist. Tiredness, lack of energy, brain fog, anguish. Just sounds like me every day. And sometimes hallucinations. Well, I'm not there yet. So far, we can conclude the following. Symptoms never fully disappear, but are negligible when the subjects are fully rested and progressively become worse as they exert themselves. Symptoms get worse as the subject stays or returns to locations where mist is present. So we have termed this condition Oniric Delirium on account of the subject complaining of nightmares or crazy dreams, with similar themes of monstrous degeneration and smothering. So our operatives can now be afflicted with the delirium status of up to a third of their willpower, and it'll start affecting them. as we move forward.
What's up, Doc?
Hey, Jormulin, how you doing? You missed a not so thrilling and not so great rescue of soldiers. We saved 1 out of 3. Oh well.
Research complete.
Okay, we got our bonus effects here from the new Jericho. Now, I'm not going to listen to the new Jericho cutscene unless all of a sudden y'all holler, no, I'm not familiar with it, I want to hear it. But we'll skip these kinds of things. When there's stuff to read on other things. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll watch the cutscenes today. And then I'll put out a question, you know, I'll put out a vote thing whether we want to continue watching through them or not. So I'll make it your call, but for today we're watching through them.
New Jericho was one man's vision, and everything depended on that one man.
Love him or hate
Before the
him.
war, Tobias West had been a billionaire, an elusive, controversial businessman who denounced war even as he profited from it. When the world fell, his empire began to rise. Some said he was a genius, a man of principle, dedicated to equality and merit, fighting to preserve
All
the
depends
core
on
of
one
human
man.
freedom, our will.
He's a man on a
Said
mission.
he
Yeah.
had a plan,
Where have I heard that one
that he could
before?
lead us to victory. Others called him a dictator, a megalomaniac, fearful of infection and obsessed with purity. They said he was willing to do anything to win, no matter the cost. The Phoenix Project needed allies. New Jericho could help us turn the tide, but it all depended on one man.
All depended on one. So let me just double check the research. Yeah, we'll go Haven recruitment protocols. We're running out of we need to find some more research, guys. So that'd be terrible to have our labs with nothing to research. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, I think it comes back to daytime soon. 0400. Let's go see what the marketplace holds for us. A subjector, an obliterator, and ammo. The junker is 664. I think one time I had it in the 500s. Other times I've had it in the 700s, so I guess I would consider this an average starting price. We have available Tiamat development. We have 2 people we could hire. The old Hound Heavy or a Berserker. I'm going to skip on those for now, since we got an extra soldier from that mission for basically free, other than the ammo we spent. And then we have some aircraft parts that we could purchase if we wanted to. Our aircraft can hold 3 of these. So these are upgrades to our aircraft. Unlike the original Terror from the Void, you don't buy your aircraft in 2 parts. You know, the one with a couple seats and then you buy the extra seats kind of a thing. You have like and I'm not going to describe every ship because I'll probably make some mistakes, but you know, you notice the capacity on our aircraft that we're flying right now is the normal 6 without having to buy any extra attachments and everything. So the jet engine helps us fly around a lot faster. Adds 150 speed. So that's always cool. I saw you right away, Felipe. You like zoom zoom? Zoom zoom. So the jet engine adds speed. The Omni tank gives us range. So I don't know if it's enough range, because I haven't been able to try it, if enough range to fly over the Atlantic direct to South America or anything, but the Omni tank gives us extra range. The signal harvester, which of these 4 here to me is the weakest of the 4 to start, gives scan ability with 50% chance of detecting points of interest. I never struggle to find points of interest, so I find that one usually a little bit of a waste for the cost. Suspicious Wizard, how you doing? Deja vu all over again, yeah. And then Neurorest Hammocks. This is the one that recovers the stamina. So if you know, over time you lose stamina, and you especially lose stamina if you lose a limb, head included. This helps recover it on the road, so you don't have to go back to a base to recover your stamina. So I'm agreeing with Felipe. South America to West Africa, yeah. With the Omni tank. That's the one that does that. But then it takes forever to get over there. I guess it's quicker than any faster ship going the long way around. So in that respect, determines, I guess, the blip. Whoops. Sorry for that. I bumped the table. And I guess the blimp is the one take then. But I think I'm going to go for the early speed just to get us around a little quicker early on. So especially if I start seeing our airship stamina bar going down and I have to get to a base to get some minor maintenance done. So I agree with you, Felipe. We have the money right now. I do, however, need to build or want to save money for another research lab. You could say hold off for a base we get to activate. Maybe we'll get a cheaper one that way. But that's one I don't. I still like to build one. I still like to build one research lab in my main base, but then I also want to get built the training center at some point so we can take advantage of those new perks and start testing them out too. Yeah, stopping to rest is a very human weakness. You're right, Suspicious. So, but I think I'm gonna buy that first, and because we got a lot of stuff to find still that's gonna get us. Yeah, we got a lot going that way, so I think I'm gonna make my first purchase in the marketplace just to give us that speed flying around with the Junker Jet. Well, right now I don't have enough researches yet. Yeah, it's bottlenecked right now by tech, but I haven't even found a Synedrian haven yet. I haven't found an Anu haven yet, which is crazy. I got someone dropping in here. Mars 3141, Research Labs for the win. Yeah, well, Research Labs, have you played the Air Game update, though? Oh, you have. I recognize your name, I think, from the Discord. What do you know? Yeah, the Research Labs, I definitely want to build. But I think first I'm going to go for the quicker Junker Jet so I can get around a little quicker, find stuff, build, maybe get lucky building up this, and then start spending on some of the other stuff. And there, I made my choice. I haven't played with this aircraft beta enough to know automatically what I want to do. So sorry for any hemming and hawing, because I'm just not. I don't have a path figured out. I haven't played it enough or messed around with it enough to know what I want to do. And that's why we're playing right now, because I want to learn it. And we're going to have daytime missions, at least for a brief moment. Let's go see. Oh, wait. I got to go here first to equip it. And then we'll hop along some nearby missions. Forgot about that part. Now if we go in here to the Air Force page, you can see them right there. And I think you can only do this at bases with the air facility working. And we come up here and we do it. Oh, so research labs are going to change down the road a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get back out there and See if we notice how much faster we fly. How about that? And the only other thing I want to check, do we know where the second bloom is going to be? Yes, we do. So when I have a chance, I guess I want to fly. I guess because of that, I guess I'm going to start flying in this direction, because this is close enough where if we activate one of the bases over here, depending on exactly where they are once they appear, yeah, let's go see how fast we fly now, see if we notice a difference. It's definitely faster. All we're finding is New Jericho, New Jericho, New Jericho, New Jericho. And pretty soon we're going to have Haven recruitment. Yeah, and of course what I need, I don't have the resources to really trade for it. Oh well. Let's see if we can find ourselves a mission.
Research complete.
Okay, we got new research available. Haven trade protocols. Let's move that up. I need some things that get me resources here, guys. Come on, we're resource starved. Get me a point of interest. Oh! God darn it. I don't need any more New Jericho Havens, my friends. I do not need any more. Here we go. The poison within. We have found a new haven other than New Jericho, and we have a mission that we can do, but we're probably going to. So at the Disciples of Anu Haven of Kazulu, a mutated worm infestation is causing serious problems. The locals had placed their hopes in Texiarch Nergal, the Disciples' greatest military hero, but Nergal is said to be fighting a series of pitched battles against the Pandorans and has been unable to help. We could eradicate the infestation ourselves, helping the Haven and creating a good first impression with this faction. Okay, so we have the worm mission. And just looking at the time, though, as much as I would like to continue, we're kind of at our limit for the first day because, you know, life is still out there. There's a few things I got to fix. I'll hear from you that have characters if you want to change your looks or anything about your character in the Discord, if we can reach me over there. The Discord should be linked down in the description if you haven't been over there ever before. And you can share with me anything you want to change on the looks of your character. And if I think everybody did get the name. And then at least those of you that have characters that you can change their looks on. And then yeah, so we're stopping right here, my friends. We're stopping right here. We have new research. We're gonna pop that in there. Oh, we'll pop that up here, and there we go. And this is where we're gonna do this. All right, everybody, we've got the rest of the week planned out. We got Long War again tomorrow. We're gonna come back to Terror from the Void here, and we're going to go back Long War on Friday. Now we're going to, I know, we're not finding anything. All we're doing is finding New Jericho Havens. It's a very boring early start. I didn't even get a scavenging mission. I got a troop mission. So it's like, holy moly. But there's a chance I will be able to throw some random Terror from the Void. I don't stream a lot on the weekends, but given my schedule and what's coming up and whatnot, there may be some weekend streams starting on the 6th in our future. It's not set in stone yet, but just be aware I may be throwing in some extra episodes on the weekend, some extra streams. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the start that we got today with this playthrough. I don't know that I'm thrilled with our resource situation right now, but I do like a slightly extra speed to get around and potentially find more resource locations now. And well, we'll leave it at that, or I'll talk all night and we need to wrap it up. My cat's got to get outside, right? So this is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope we can see some of you along in the future. I appreciate it. We saw some new faces because we're playing Phoenix Point now, and some of the old faces I haven't seen in a while are back in here, and that's good to see everybody. So thank you, everybody, and ciao. And then those on the Twitch side, hang out and